Hey guys, welcome back. So guys, we are continuing our POS system in PHP. So guys, in this video, we are going to see customer CRUD operation. Okay. So now guys, let's get started. So let's move to our editor, and at this sidebar, we have to add a customer. Okay. So let's go back to our editor, and yep, let me close all the files so it will be more clear. Let's go inside admin includes. We have a sidebar.php. Let's move below, and here you have one navigation type. Let's copy this completely, Control C, here at the top, paste it. Now guys, you need to change collapse admin from to collapse customer. Okay, and now here you need to change the title of this navbar as customer and add customer and view customers. So the file name is going to be customers and customers create.php. And now you can see the output. Refresh. Perfect. So here you find that customer and add view customers. So guys, let's click here, and you are going to create now customers.php file. Let's get back. Now go inside the admin folder, right click, create a new file, customers.php, and you need to paste all the HTML table design as we have done in the categories page. Okay, and now guys, let us see in the categories, view categories. So here you see, right? So we are going to copy this and paste the same. So yep, let's move back and let us copy from the categories.php all the code. Copy. Let's close and paste inside your customers.php. Now let's change the title here to customers, and guys, add customer and change the path to customers. And then here is an alert message to show the message status, and here get all function. What you have to get, you have to get the customers lists from the table. So right now we don't have a table, we'll be creating it, but let us give the customer table name. Okay, and change the variable, guys. Let's control D and change this customer variables, and again here add this for each loop. Let's paste here customers and item of id name, and we'll give email and then phone, then one status and a simple edit and delete button. So change the path, guys. Instead of category, let's make it to customers edit.php and delete.php, and ends the for each. And now let's see the output for this. Okay, let's move on view customers. So here you find that we don't have a customers table, so let us create the table, guys. Now get back. Okay, so let me click on new here and add the customers table name. And now let's add the fields id, and will be integer and 11 length. Now guys, make it to primary key and also the auto increment. Next will be the name, which is going to be the varchar of 255, then email, again varchar of 255 length, then phone varchar of 255, and email or phone, these are going to be nullable option. Okay, so you can accept as null here, just make it null. And more two columns, guys, that is your status and created ad when this user was created. So let's click go here and add the status, which is going to be the tiny integer of 1, and give as defined 0. Okay, and add a comment 0 equal to visible and 1 equal to hidden. Done. And then guys, you need to give the created at, which will be as date, and also here the current timestamp on the default value. Okay, so now guys, let's click to save to create a table. Perfect. So our table is created, guys. Let's browse here, and if you refresh, perfect. So here you see no record found because we don't have any record. And now guys, let us start with the customer create option. So let's click on this. Let's copy this file name and create the file inside our editor. Let's get back to the admin folder, right click, create a customers create.php file, And let us copy the form from our categories create.php. So we have a categories create.php. Let's control A, copy that and paste inside our customer create. So guys, now let us modify from the top. So instead of category, let's tell add customer, and back button will be redirected to customers.php file, and a simple alert message to show the status or message value. And then guys, here your form begins. So as per our table created, we are going to create name, email, phone, and status, guys. These four fields we have to create it. Name we have, let's copy and paste. Then required email ID, create an email. Then phone, let me remove this description part, we do not require. Add a phone number, and these both are nullable options, so you can remove this and make it to not required here and change this to phone. Done. Let me give the input type email, and this input type will be as number because we are accepting only numbers, and one checkbox for the status like it is active or hidden. So checked means unchecked means visible, checked is equal to hidden. And then guys, now here is our save button. Now you need to rename this button as save customers. So when this button is clicked, you go to the form action, which is moving to the code.php with the method post. Okay, so now guys, let us move to this code.php and write the code to save the customer details. So let's move to the code.php file and let's move below. So yep, let me add a if condition here. So now guys, let us check with the help of isSet function, and the method post has come, and which is checking the save customer button click. Okay, so if it is active or clicked means then you are coming inside this if condition and getting all the input field names. So now guys, as you see here, we have name, email, phone, and status column to save into our customer table. Okay, so all that four we have to create it. So let's create a variable called name and use a validate function to validate the input details from the method post of name. So let's copy and paste 4 times and just control D for the email, then for the phone, and finally one for the status, guys. So control D, status. And here for the checkbox you need to change some other method. So just check with the is set. If it is set, then you are going to tell add 1. If it is checked means 1, else it is going to 0. And now guys, let us check here in the if condition, $name not equal to null. If this is not filled, then you are coming in the else condition and redirecting back to the same page. Okay, so let's redirect back to the customers.php file with the message please fill required fields. Okay, and now let's do the email check. Okay, if the email is already added or not in the customers table. So email check equal to where select star from the customer table. Okay, where email equal to inside single quotes $email. Okay, let me just type the query also here, MySQL I underscore query function. So first the database connection and then your query. So guys, now we get the result here inside this. If it is true, then you to check MySQL I number of rows greater than 0. Okay, if it is greater than 0, you should redirect him back by mentioning email already used by another user. Okay, or already exist, you can mention. Now guys, create a variable called data and store all the input field data here. So as we have name, email, phone, and status, and let me copy the column names from here. So we are going to copy the column names and paste here. Okay, So let's add a single quotes and then arrow, dollar, name, give comma, and then is your email. So single quotes, arrow, and then your variable, that is input. And again guys, you need to database column field name, arrow function of phone, variable from your input, and then finally the status from the table of your dollar status, whatever you get, 0 or 1. So now guys, let's create one variable called result equal to user insert function to insert the data. So my table name is customers and the data is the input fields. Okay, so this function will help you to insert the record inside the customer table. So now guys, use the if condition. If it is true, then redirect him back. If it is false, then redirect him with back again to the customers by mentioning something went wrong. Let's copy and paste here and tell customer created successfully. That's it guys. So now guys, let us test this. Yep, let's move back, refresh. So here our customer form is ready. Customer name, customer email, phone number. Okay, and let's click to save. Click save. Perfect. So customer created successfully, and here you see that customer detail have been fetched over here. So guys, we are missing some things in this customer fetch. Let's move back to customers.php. So according to this data, you need to show the heading also. Okay, so name, email, and then phone, status, and action. Let's get back, refresh. Cool guys. Okay, so now guys, let us continue with edit and delete also. So let's click on this edit, customer edit.php. Let's copy this and move back to our editor. Let's create a new file, customer edit.php. And here guys, we are going to just copy this complete form and paste back. Okay, so what we have copied, that is customer create.php complete form we copied and pasted in this customer edit.php. Okay, so now guys, let us change the requirement. So here edit customer, and then as simple, we are going to start with the form details. So first we have to get the data, I mean the ID from your parameter. Okay, so let's open PHP, close PHP, create a variable called your param value or parameter ID value, whatever. Okay, so with the help of check param ID function, we are going to get the ID value. Okay, so this is my parameter ID which I am showing here. Here you see that is ID. Okay, let's refresh guys. So we are on this customer edit page, and now with this help of ID we'll get the data. Now guys, we are going to check if not is numeric. If this parameter value is not numeric, then you are going to echo h5 close, and you can just print that same parameter value. Okay, so whatever the value you get from here, you are going to display that and just return false. And now guys, if data is correct, then you are going to get your customer details from your get by ID function. Let's type the customer's table name and then your ID. So that is nothing but your param value. You have the ID here. Okay, and now guys, let us see if your customer of status is double equal to 200, else you can just echo that in a h5 tag, concatenate, and just mention that customer of message, you will show here return false. And now guys, in this if condition, you are going to display all the values inside your input fields. So let me minimize the form here, and yep, let's close the PHP, open PHP, Let me control X and paste here. Okay, so here we start. And now you need to copy this, the customer status, and we'll modify here. Give a value attribute, echo PHP, close PHP, which is going to be the data of the column name, that is name. Okay, now you can copy this and paste for other input fields. Let's paste here for the email. Now again copy for the phone, paste. Let's copy and paste the phone. And for the status, you can just copy this, paste directly, and tell status if it is true. Okay, that means 1. Then show as checked, else it is going to be null. That's it, guys. And now let's change the button name as update, and here instead of saves to customer, update customer. Okay, so once this submit button is clicked, you are going to the form action. So before this form action, we need to send the customer ID also. So for that, you can just create a simple input box input, which is going to be a type of hidden, and give the value. So value, let me copy from here and paste. Okay, and this is going to be the ID. And now guys, give the input name attribute as customer ID. That's it. So you are ready for updating this record. So let's copy the button name, guys, which is on this button click, you are going to form action code.php. Let's go to the code.php. Let's move below, and if condition to check whether the button is clicked or not. Okay, with the help of isSet method. And now guys, let us get all the input fields and update the record. So guys, we have already written the code here while saving the customer, right? So let us copy this complete code and paste below while update customer. Let's paste here. And now guys, so one more field is there, that is your customer ID. Let's copy that and paste it. Control D, paste. So you got your customer ID. So now guys, you are coming in and do a email check, and if it is greater than 0, just redirect him back to which page? To the customer edit.php. Let's get back, and here the ID changes, guys. It's dynamic, so you can add that customer ID. Let me copy and paste customer ID. So email used by another ID, and also we need to see that this user should not be updating record, should not be the customer ID. So just add here one extra code, and ID is not equal to the customer ID. Okay, now you can use this input details to update the record. So here you need to create an update function. Okay, so inside this, first will be a table name, then your ID, and then the input field. So my ID is customer ID here, and then the input field. So it will return you with the update data result, and here you can mention customer updated successfully, and you can copy this code to redirect back on the customer edit.php. And here also guys, customer edit.php if name is not filled. So now guys, let us save and test the output. Let's get back, refresh. Okay, so you got your data, and now guys, I am going to update with the name, so with Prakash, and here phone number also I'm just going to keep the different phone number. Let's click on update. So you see that customer updated successfully, and your input details also are updated. Perfect. So guys, we have successfully seen that how to update the record in PHP. And now guys, let us begin with deleting this record. Okay, so let's get back on the customers.php at the delete button. So now guys, let us bring this down so it will be clear to code, and done. So now guys, here I'm going to add a on click JavaScript code, return and use a confirm function for deleting the record. Okay, are you sure you want to delete this data? If yes, then click on okay, to delete the record. So now guys, here let's copy this file name and create the file inside the admin folder. So I have created now. And now guys, as we have seen how we are deleting the categories data, okay, this category data delete. So same way we are going to copy that same code and paste for the customer delete. Okay, so let's move on the categories delete.php, copy the complete code and paste inside the customer delete.php file. Okay, so now guys, let us see here. Okay, so here I am getting from the parameter id the number and checking if it is a number, then coming in. So once coming in, I'm filtering that the id. So we got this id as a customer id, and here you are going to the customers table and getting the data with this help of id. So now you have a customer record. So now if you check the customer status, if it is 200, then delete the record, else you'll tell like something went wrong, whatever the message is coming from this get by id function. Okay, and here you need to change this code back guys to the customers. Let me view the customers.php. Just do control D and paste. Now guys, here to delete the record, you just need to pass the customer table name and the customer ID. So once deleted, you get the response true or false. So if it is true, you are going back to customers.php and telling customer deleted successfully, else something went wrong. Okay, and now let us test it. Refresh. Let me add a dummy record. So yep, asd@gmail.com, some random digit phone number. Let's save. Okay, so here is a dummy record. Let's delete guys. Okay, are you sure? Let me cancel. No difference. Refresh. Now let us click OK. So here you see customer deleted successfully. Perfect. Done guys. So guys, we have successfully seen that how to fetch the data, create the data, edit the data, and also with delete the data. Okay, so guys, we have successfully completed the customer CRUD operation. And now guys, let's continue next video with the new topic of creating the order. So the main concept of this POS system. So guys, in this video, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like, and share.